Welcome back to the Bass and Burnouts YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do some sound deadener. Now I'm not gonna say that I'm an expert at doing this, but I can tell you what, basically everybody's that's ever been in the car audio community that knows anything, I'll kind of give you some tips and tricks and what you got to do to install this stuff. This is 250 mil sky high deadener. So this is pretty thick deadener. This will work for any deadener you use except for maybe the foam. I think there's the foam style deadener, but this would be okay. I guess I don't need those. This would be just for the standard sticky back aluminum type foil deadeners. People will tell you right off the bat the Vibraflex is probably, when it comes to like bass and car audio communities, they'll tell you the Vibraflex is probably the best stuff on the market. The Vibraflex dries almost to like cement type qualities. This stuff won't dry to cement type qualities. This stuff will dry, but it won't be as hard as Vibraflex. So, you know, this car, like I said, this car, everybody knows this car is just a piece of shit. I'm not worried about it. The only thing I have to do is just keep the rattles down inside the cabin. Everything else can fall apart. So let me show you guys what I've done to the car so far. I'll show you what it takes to really get this stuff stuck down. Then we're going to call it a day because I've had a really long weekend. So I don't know when's the last time you guys seen the inside of this car. I cannot remember. It's been a couple weeks since I shot a video. But we have... I have Raptor line the inside of the vehicle. This is all, I think this is 3 cans of Raptor liner. Yeah, 3 cans of Raptor liner in here. Let me see if I can get you guys out of the sun. I came in, I kind of knocked down everything. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a show car quality. This just has to be, this has to survive a bunch of sweaty chicks and dudes in here just having fun. Sure. So I got everything sealed off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's just box solid. This I wish was a little bit more. There's concrete and foam under this. I can still hear just a little bit. Hear that? This is solid. Inside of the enclosure seat. So I did the top. The top is, I know I bitched out, done a single layer, but I have put in a spot for the stripper pole here, and it attaches here on the car. I might go through bolt this on the outside. This is just PL'd in right now, so it is just, oh, I forgot to take that layer of tape off. It's just stuck up there, but I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with that. I tried to kind of keep it kind of halfway decent. I don't, like I said, guys, this car's gonna go off the trailer, on the trailer, and yeah, there's not gonna be much more to it. So, hey, look, I got a little something in there. Yeah, I don't care. I did my block off here. I still need 2 more 18s. That's going to be down the road. Might not be with the Trinities. It might be with something totally different. We'll do 6 something totally different. I don't know. Maybe we'll do the Skyhead brand subs, or we might do the Phi subs, or I don't know. We might get 2 more of those and then call it a day. I don't know what we're going to do. But I'm going to show you guys. Oh, we're over here. I'm going to show you guys what it takes to get this stuff stuck down and what the process is. So let me grab some real quick. So you can see the stuff comes pretty stiff. You don't want it stiff. We want wet noodle is basically what we want. Now I've already came in here. I have already cleaned up this. I blew it out with my leaf blower. It's not perfect. It's one of those things like anything. You could come in and make it absolutely perfect however you want. You could come in, you could sand it, you can scuff it, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But in the end, guys, for this project, for the way this is going, as long as it's stuck down and it keeps the car together, because this is basically what we're doing. We're band-aiding this car together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up. I got my torch. So what I start off doing is I always start off by peeling the back. Because if you do this while it's real super sticky, you'll have a hard time getting this back off. But the way it is now, the back's not hard to get off. So get this off. Get everything off here. Of course. This is what happens if you don't. Okay, so now what I do is I come in here where I heat this up. Now I heat up all of it except for like the end of it, because whatever you're gonna, that's kind of a pro tip, I guess. If you heat this whole thing up, you're basically holding a hot pan. So just basically just get it as close as you can to the edge, and then when you lay it down, heat up the edge to kind of like seal it down. So what I do is I get it to where you see it start to bubble. As it starts to bubble, that's about where you want it. It starts to burn. You want this stuff as hot as you can get it without turning it to liquid, or almost turning it to liquid. So just get her hot. Basically, when you lay this down, you want this thing to just ooze into place. You want this as hot as possible. The thinner stuff won't be as hard to heat up. This stuff is just very hard to heat up. Plus, it's real windy today. I can see holes in the ground up here. So this is just going to seal the holes in the car. Don't care. Get you a good roller. Because you're going to need a good roller. If not, you're going to be burning the shit out of yourself with your hands. It takes a couple minutes to get this stuff really hot. It's basically, you want it like a wet blanket. It takes a while. It is not a 30-second job and done. I think I'm starting to burn my bed liner because I can smell the bed liner now. Okay, we're just going to send this piece. Okay. Make sure I don't want to burn the bed liner. Hold on. Now. Ouch, I'm burning myself. I'm burning myself. Oh, shit. Okay. You kind of get it where you want it. You can kind of move it a little bit. And the one thing you got to learn is that to get all your junk out of the way. Ouch. Whew, that's hot. Start in the middle. You want to start in the middle because as you lay this down, it'll pull itself down to the center. And it'll shorten up your sides. You don't want to stick it down to start on one side and work your way over. You want it start in the center and work your way around. And I should have brought something to kneel on out here in the gravel. And you want this stuff, like I said, as hot as possible. Now, what I'm gonna do is grab my torch. I want those seams to be liquid. I want those seams to be liquid so when you squish them together, they seal. And then see how that's pushing itself out right there? That's what you want. You want it to be as squishy and as sticky as possible here. And go over this a couple times because you think you got it all and then you realize you don't. So it's not a hard concept. It's basically just keep it sticky, keep it hot as much as you can, and don't burn your car down. Because once you start getting this stuff really hot and sticky, there's no telling what's going to go on. So I'm going to lay one more piece down here in the middle. Now this was, oh geez, 250, no, I forget how much this was. This was, let's go look. So that's 4 pieces. We got 5, 6, 7. Looks like we got 8 pieces. And that is, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the 200 mil. I thought it was 250 mil. This is 15 to 150 square foot. So you see 4 pieces. We'll do the footwells. One down the middle. I would have to say if you're doing a whole car, at least get double that. That'll give you a single layer. If you want to double or triple that up, get a hell of a lot more. It doesn't go as far as you think it does. And the good thing is that if you have extra, you can always use it somewhere else. You can use it in your doors, whatever you want to do. So that's it, guys. I'll put the stripper pole. I'm gonna do the rest of the floor. I think this might be a little gross, but this carpet that's been out here forever, I think I'm gonna clean it up, see how bad it is, dye it, and put it back in just for the front. That's all I need. I don't want to buy a $300 carpet kit to put 3 foot of carpet in this car. And that's already formed. It just needs to be cut, dyed, or cut, cleaned, and dyed. So let me tell you what, kids, when you pick out a demo car, pick out a car that doesn't need this much work to get started on. I love you guys, but everybody wants to see this car over, say, like a Tahoe or a Suburban. But the problem is that when you start with this, you automatically set yourself back really far. And we haven't even gotten to like alternator setups or anything like that. So we've just been patching and gluing this car back together as we go, because it's a pile of crap. So That's how you do sound deadener. Keep it hot, keep it sticky. Just like the ladies. Love you guys. See you in the next video.